We have Malaysia's Queen of Soul with us, Elvira. Hi, thank you so much for talking to us on the LITE Breakfast.
Good morning. How's everyone doing?
We're good. You're looking good yourself. Did you dress up for us, put on makeup and all?
Well, anytime I do a video thing, I make sure I put on something. Only respectful to the people that I'm talking to.
Only the top that matters, right? It's only the top
Yes,
that matters.
I can be in my boxes or you will never know.
Now, Elvira, we've been watching your performances online and they're simply amazing. So why did you decide to do this, to perform live online on social media?
Because I was going mad at home. I mean, that's the answer, right?
Yeah.
Also because a couple of friends were going, I'm sure all of us have friends who will go stir crazy if they cannot do one thing, 10 things, 5 things at the same time. So I had a couple of those and they were going nuts and they were like, sing me a song. I'm like, what do I look like, your jukebox? All right, I'll come online. And then that was it. So that was we started on the 18th, right? Yeah, so 20th of March, I started doing things on Instagram. And then I started naming it because I was like, okay, this needs to have a name because I've already got a timeline. I've got days. So then that's how Quarantine Karoks was born.
I like the name, Quarantine Karoks.
I know, right?
So it's sort of like an invitation for other people to join you as well, because it's a karaoke,
it is,
right?
Because I mean, think about it. This is a solo concert, right? It's a concert for 1 or 5 or 3 in Steve's case. It's just a concert directed at you in your own home. So you can do anything you want. So I invite them to record themselves singing along with me. If they can't do it live, they can replay and then record and then have makeup on and all these nonsense. Yes. Yeah.
But did you face any challenges when you first decided to do these live sessions? Have you done them before previously?
No, well, previously I guess I did randomly, but not singing for an entire hour online and then literally looking for the karaoke. It's karaoke, so I'm looking for karaoke's online and going, what? I don't know what version this is. I don't know which. Sure, let's try.
Okay.
That kind of thing. So it was a challenge in terms of the style, the genre, the occasional breaks that pop out of nowhere because I'm unfamiliar with it. I'm going, oh, there's a solo here. Let's talk. How's everyone doing? Scroll through comments. So yeah, it was quite interesting. Also to filter through with some of the requests because they'd request for certain songs that I wasn't familiar with. So I'd say, you got to give me a couple of days to at least familiarize with the melody, at least at the very basic, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very different. I mean, usually in a concert, you don't get to have, in a performance, you don't get to interact with your...
Say again?
Usually in a performance, you don't get to interact with the fans, with the people as much. But this one is so direct and you get to see exactly what they're saying, right?
It's immediate, while I'm singing. At my public shows, if you did that, you get the silence and I just look. I'm terrible like that, but yeah, at least I don't verbalize it. I just give you the look and everyone else will do the verbalizing for me. But yeah, it is daunting because as I'm singing, someone would say, or a friend of mine who knows me too well would make a silly comment and then I would laugh in midst of holding a long note. So, it has its moments. But
okay.
I guess that's what makes it interactive.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect, I guess, as long as you're entertaining people. Now, credit where credit is due. You said you started on the 20th of March. I guess that makes you the first Malaysian to actually broadcast their performance live on social media to entertain us lockdown Malaysians. But now everyone's going online to do what you started doing. Do you feel a sense of pride knowing that you actually sort of started a trend?
I'm pretty sure everybody did it for the same reasons I did it for. It was actually myself and Ning. So Ning was online, I was online. We were both, and then after, I think it was the first day itself, we went on each other's live feeds, and then we're like, okay, when you go online, I'll do a song. I'll come in and do a song. We were trying to do like a duet online because you can have one other person on Instagram.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because so many people were online at the same time, and I guess the line wasn't as stable as it might have been. So recording and also bounce back of audios and stuff like that, we weren't able to sync, but we still had a lot of fun trying.
So right now you're performing with the minus ones in the background.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you
I
planning
haven't practiced
to,
my guitar enough to be able to accompany myself.
Yeah, but
Plus I only know major, minor chords. Don't ask me about the 9s, 11s, 13s. Yeah.
Now looking at how artists the world all over are doing this too, you know, like with some even having their band and their backup singers all sort of connecting in through their live feed as well. Do you think this is like the new way that we can consume live music?
Nice. I love this question. It is so on the spot. Lovely. I think yes and no. Yes, because it is an amazing way for the creatives to, for performers to reach out to not just their fan base, but to new fan bases as well, to new audiences. But for me, if we're talking about just performance, yes. But in terms of, let's face it, we as performers, we make our money from performances. We make our money from recordings. This is how we survive. This is how we pay our bills. This is how we eat. And this is how we support whomever we are supporting. Musicians, same. We all are doing this as a livelihood. Make no mistake. So for me, yes, doing my live shows once a week, I can happily do this for a while with the band. Eventually, once we figure out a really stable platform that everybody can perform live, and we're mostly in sync. I'm not gonna expect in sync because that's just not. Who knows? Maybe somebody will create something somewhere. But for me, I think yes and no. The short answer is yes and no, because we have to figure out a way of, I wouldn't say it's not about charging, but at the same time, it's about, for example, an auditor is not going to audit for free online, right? Same difference. Or a cook is not going to give you full recipes and cook your dishes for free. So everything, I think we've gotten to a point now where it's a barter trade, and I love it actually, because a lot of people are just coming in and doing things very differently. So it's making us be creative, but at the same time, we have to figure out how we earn a living.
Yeah.
In the case of, like you're saying about the chefs, where they won't give away the full recipe and everything. So it's kind of like a preview. And if you want the full thing, why don't you come over to my restaurant and you can have the full thing? So in this case, is it when you're doing this for people who have never heard of you before, they kind of heard of you, and then they saw this performance, like, wow, it's great. Then they'll go over to see your live performances eventually when MCO is lifted. Is that your hope?
I mean, that is the ultimate goal. I mean, whatever I do on Quarantine Karaoke, whatever I do on the Unrestricted Stage platform on the weekends, whatever I do on these two platforms are, yes, it is still me performing, but you don't get the ambiance. You don't get the full performance. You don't get the pull and play with musicians, with the audience. You don't get the interaction that is live. So yes, you are commenting, you are interacting with me online, but you're not necessarily getting the full experience. And those who have come for my shows, our shows, they will tell you that it is a fraction of it, but it's not quite the same.
So this is sort of
and
like
the engineers as well.
Marketing tool at this point in time, and a way for you to sort of spend, just kill time during this MCO, right?
I guess, in a sense, it's not just kill time. I mean, I hesitate to say that because after I started going online on a regular basis, there was a time where I got a little bit on the sick side, and I was, all of us get sick during this time, especially in the beginning. You were like, yeah. So I was like, where's my thermometer? Where's, you know, I was checking everything. And I was like, do I have this? Do I have that? Oh, no, hang on. It's just, you're just feeling a bit choked because you're tired. And then it hit me, hang on, I've been doing this for 2 weeks nonstop. I think I'm going to take a personal day. And I didn't realize it because as performers and as creatives, our weekend is Monday, Tuesday. So for me, I was performing through that. So yeah, in a sense, it's okay. Going back to what we were talking about earlier, it wasn't just to kill time because I was getting messages from friends, and this is something that is very heavy on my heart, which is why I will still keep doing it as much as I can. I was getting friends telling me about how they were being abused by their spouses at home, verbally, physically, and during this 1 hour where I was performing, they knew they were safe. So it's a responsibility, and at the same time, it's not just about killing time. Yeah, for those of us who are aware and are interacting with humans, there is a lot at stake. So it's not just about this, about just, you know, filling the void in that sense. No, it's not. It's, to me, maybe in the beginning it has since become something very, very different.
Now, for someone,
have you had new? I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah. Speaking of it being a great marketing tool earlier, do you know whether you have new fans from different parts of the world now?
I do. I'm really excited. Like occasionally I'm at 9 p.m. at night, which is breakfast for some people on the other side of the world. So friends of mine who've never been able to, who are, you know, like, you know, back in the day when it was IRC and Winamax. So I still actually keep in touch with quite a number of them. And I get messages from them going, hey, I can watch your shows now. So I'm like, oh, cool. That's really cool. So yes, in answer to your question, yes.
Great. So, but like you said earlier, this is your livelihood. Performing is your livelihood. How are live entertainers like yourself and a lot of your musician friends as well handling this MCO?
Oh, everyone's going back. Well, everyone's going stir crazy in a way. We are finding ways, those of us who I guess have a little bit more experience finding new sources and new avenues, we've been keeping ourselves occupied by either working on different campaigns or working on different platforms or finding new things to do, collaborating, keeping our creative juices going. So a few of us have been able to do that, but there are also a few who haven't been able to find those avenues in which we try and create, the older ones in that sense, we try and create ways and means for them to come up with content, do something online. I love performance spaces like Jao Tim and things like this because they have recognized that they want to do something. So yes, this performer is performing, but while this performer is performing, we are also raising funds for other performers. So various venues have gone straight head, they've dived straight into this going, hang on, we are a live performance space, we can't do it at our venue, but what we can do is we can bring it into your homes for you to watch. And these couch sessions are amazing. Kennedy Center has been doing it as well, where they've just been going online and streaming various performers, and I've been so impressed and so amazed to be able to watch so many performers do their stuff from the comfort of their own homes to the comfort of my own home. So yeah, I wouldn't say everyone's jumping on the bandwagon. I would say those who are more conscientious and those who are a little bit more aware are using the time to help others while still performing. So it's a double-edged sword, and at the same time it's, you know, win-win.
Okay. But are you getting paid for these performances that you do at these live sessions?
Some.
Yeah, because that's what we're worried about. Like, because a lot of entertainers, they get paid when they perform, but when you perform online, do you get paid? And how do you? Yeah.
I'm very grateful though. So I call my fan base the Soulsters. So there have been a couple of Soulsters who have DM'd me and gone, hey, you are doing this. We would like to help. We would like to feed you, or we would like to help you out financially. We would like to do something in exchange for what you've been doing to help us. And I've been really, really blessed I said, look, in the beginning, I was like, I don't know how to do this and accept this in that sense, but thank you, and please channel it somewhere else. Now, however, where I've been doing this for too long, I'm like, yes, okay, thank you. And now, here's my...
Yeah, I mean, you need to get paid to buy stuff to survive, right? And to continue on singing. So it's just I'm just wondering how these other live performers are making their money, especially during this MCO period where you are not allowed to go out to perform. So like, do any of these live performers actually need help, you know, financially or in terms of food? Or anybody like is
the government helping? I mean, like I think that's where you were what you're talking about earlier, because a certain organization that's supposed to be taking care of the arts, shouldn't they be taking care of artists? You know,
that is a good question. It has gotten to the point where certain... I'm gonna shoot myself here, but yeah, sure. It is hard when there are entities that are very... It feels like they're not selective, and at the same time, they are selective on who they support. And I've noticed this with a few entities, and I think you guys have as well, which is why the question. Right or wrong, there are now, I've noticed, or at least I've become more aware of more entities who are helping out regardless. So I think this Kita Jaga Kita campaign, I love it, I love it, I love it, because we have gotten to the point where it's not just the performance entities that are, or the creative bodies that are taking care of creatives. It is ourselves who are... It's become very old school kampung-like. Like, oh, you have problem. Okay, come, nah, I help you. What you need? Tell me what you need and let me see how I can help you. If I can't do it personally, I know someone else who can help you in this way and someone else who can help you in another way. So it's become this sort of barter thing where everyone is just reaching out, helping each other wherever we can, even if it's just sending someone one meal, whatever we can do, whenever we can do. Kita jaga kita, that's it.
You're still thinking of ways to see how you can sort of monetize this so you can earn a living, right? Because this is your livelihood, right?
Yeah,
because at the moment, you're doing it free. You're doing it out of your free will.
Yeah, pretty much. I have bills to pay. I have musicians to pay. I have people to support, even though I'm a single human, but I still support mouths. I have people in and out of hospital. So, you know, we have... Everyone has bills to pay. Yeah. Just because our housing loans are not on pause doesn't mean we don't have other loans and other things to pay. Bills. Dude, we still have bills to pay.
Yeah. Would you say that this is the most challenging thing for you during MCO?
Yes. Hands down.
Just trying to still pay the bills when there's no income coming in, right?
Hands down. Hands down. The other thing but this is on a personal level, because I am an affectionate person and my love language is touch. That is the other thing. So in a sense, it's not on par, but it's very much there, where I'm going, I like human touch. And there's nothing else involved. It's just touch, because anybody who knows me, I mean, you know, whenever we meet, I'm very huggy. I full on hug. Yeah. I don't do the air hug, and I don't do the bro, what's up? No, I don't do that. Unless I don't know you, and if we don't have a personal connection, then you will get the bro, what's up, or you'll get the handshake. But if I know you and we have a relationship of sorts, then you get the full-on bear hug. You get the Elvira hug,
Yeah. But that will have to change even after the MCO, right?
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah.
So what's your advice to Malaysians then during this difficult times, or other performers out there?
Reach out. I know a few musicians who have reached out on their social media platforms. They didn't intend on reaching out. What they did was just say, look, this is what I'm struggling with. And that's it. And God bless the community I'm in and the people that I am friends with. God bless them. The musicians that I know that have amazing, amazing hearts. And they have just gone, hey, how can we help? We don't have a lot, but how can we help? So to me, my advice for my fellow musicians is please just reach out. Please just don't keep quiet, even if it's reaching out to a friend. The other thing is, please be honest about where you are, not just physically and financially, but mentally, because these are trying times. These are times nobody has ever experienced. This is a very, very new dawn and a new day for all of us. We are all going through varying shades of
Mental
suffering,
health,
turmoil, mental issues. We are all, every single one of us, friends who have never admitted to having anxiety, have had proper attacks and proper waves, of anxiety. And it's fine. It is okay to not be productive. It is okay to want to stay in bed for a couple of days and do absolutely nada. It is okay. You need to do what you need to do. Be honest about it, and please, please, please reach out. At the end of the day, only we can take care of ourselves. As in, each and every one of us can take care of each and every one of us. I have done some major, as with everyone here listening and even you guys, we've all done all kinds of wonders. But even now, I have friends whom before we weren't necessarily, like, we had falling outs and stuff like that. But we've begun mending bridges. I have begun to reach out to people whom I have maybe rubbed the wrong way and gone, hey, you know what? How you doing? Your name popped up in my head. I'm just reaching out. Whether you respond or not, that's a whole other story, but I'm reaching out. So I'm trying to right the wrongs that I've done. Might be a long uphill battle, but I am still trying. I am human, as is everyone else. So even if we're not talking, but you're going through something, reach out, man. My social medias are all out there. Most of you have my number. I've actually gotten things working again, technology-wise. Technology and me have issues, so yeah.
Actually,
we're not good friends.
Speaking of that technology, a lot of people are actually struggling because when you talk about musicians, live musicians, there's a huge spectrum. I mean, there are some who are who are at the top of the game, but everyone suffers at their own level, right? So, I mean, I'm also worried about like buskers. I actually knew a busker, and now he is delivering food because he just needs to make ends meet somehow or other, because he doesn't know how to use technology. And maybe some of the older folks, they can reach out to you because you're saying reach out, right? Because you figured it out. I mean, how to do this online thing. Can they reach out to you as well in that case?
If they need to, sure. I can put them in touch with entities who are actually trying to help out. And so there are bodies that I know of, I'm so bad with names. If I'm not mistaken, the Malaysian Music Performers of Selangor. I could be wrong. There are many, many bodies, smaller bodies that you can go to, and I can try and help put you. I can't help everybody, obviously, but I can channel you towards varying bodies that are doing something to make a difference, and at least, or even help you out by giving you a tutorial on how to go online and how to do this on Zoom, on Instagram, on Facebook. I know other performers of the older spectrum, more experienced spectrum is the better way I would explain it, who are now busking on their Facebook Live. And I know of other people who are sending them financial remuneration for the songs that they are performing. So in a sense, you're online, you're live busking. Like, here's my account number. Even if it's 5 ringgit, it's still 5 ringgit that I can buy food with, I can buy a meal with. So hey.
It's like send whatever amount here, right? Like while you're performing, you can have a little subtitle there. You can send whatever amount that you like. If you enjoy this performance, send any amount that you like to this account.
Sure. Send money to my e-wallet or something.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
My Grab Pay, my Grab credits, whatever, anything. Everyone's like, but I don't have a lot. Hey, 50 cents is still something. 10 cents is something. To you, it is a big deal. To someone else, it's also a big deal. Every amount counts. I mean, people are like, I don't have a lot. Sure, that's okay. Whatever amount is fine.
Yeah.
There's no to someone who has millions who only gives 1,000, again, I'm not judging, right? But to someone who has millions who gives 1,000, that is still a sum. To someone who has 1,000 and gives 1 ringgit, to someone who has 10 ringgit and gives 1 ringgit, it is still a sum. So you do you, and you do whatever you can. Even if you can't give them anything financially, what you can do is maybe share their performances on your social media platform, and that then creates more of a buzz with regards to their performances. Someone else can do it for you. So yeah, there's so many ways. And
a ringgit is still money, you know, going into their pocket, and they're helping them support their families, pay their bills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. Now tell us about this interesting performance that you have tomorrow night. I hear, do you have an interesting performance going on tomorrow night from 10 p.m. onwards?
How do we watch?
From 10 p.m. What, Jason? Sorry?
How do we watch it?
Oh, okay. So I am going to be on my Instagram at 10 p.m. on Wednesday, where I will be performing so my manager and his wife are pregnant, and I literally get strong-armed, however you may say it. Colin, this one is for you. So I will be doing songs of lullaby. They might not, lullabies, they're not necessarily lullabies per se. They could be anything that is lullaby-esque. But yeah, so for 1 hour, I will be doing songs for baby online.
Oh, that's cool.
Literally, because baby online will be having headphones directed.
Right to the tummy, right?
Right there.
And this is for your manager and the wife. Okay.
And his wife, yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Colin Live.
Okay. So how...
Oh, Colin. Oh, my goodness.
Colin's your manager. I see.
That's
okay.
right.
No, but how do you think things are going to be?
Far, how do you choose your songs to sing for your sets so far?
Any set or tomorrow's set?
Your online sets. Previously. So
I will give them a shout out on my Instagram, Elvira Arul, and I will say, look, I'm going to be doing this tomorrow. Do you have suggestions? Let me see if I know them. It's like a pre-request in a sense. Those who know me will just DM anyway because they know the theme, which I already have a few DMs. Those who don't know will be just, during the set itself. I pin the comment because not everybody will be aware of the theme. I pin the comment and I will just go like, hey, this is what's going on. Do you have suggestions? For an hour, give or take, I will entertain, because Instagram only allows you to go online for an hour. Your live feed is 1 hour and then it gets cut. And if I'm mid-song, we'll see. I might come back. Though I kind of plan it in such a way that
but you have themes every night, like different themes for every night.
When I do perform, yes. I've kind of taken a break for about a week only because I wanted to just, rest my vocals and just focus on me and get a couple of things done. And also mom wasn't, so I needed to sort out some personal stuff. So this Wednesday, I probably won't do it on the weekend. I'll do Wednesday, Thursday, most likely. And then we'll see what happens from there. But I will be doing it at least once a week moving forward. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Are you looking forward to MCO ending? How different do you think things are going to be?
I know this is horrible for a lot of people to hear, but it is a much needed pause that we needed in terms of humanity and in terms of Mother Earth. Nature we are seeing stars. From the city, from our balconies, we are seeing stars again. We haven't seen stars in the city for decades. So for me to be able to see stars from my balcony is, wow, it's something else. So for me, moving forward, I think there will be a lot of changes, not just in terms of physical, like hugging and physical distancing, because we're not social distancing at all. We are physical distancing. Socially, we have never been closer. We're doing, look, LITE is now video. I mean, you know what I mean? Like we're there's a lot socially. We are a lot closer than we've ever been. But for me, moving forward, I think I would like to see the kindnesses that I have been experiencing, that I have seen everyone else practicing. For example, us looking out for the elderly more than we have in, again, decades. Us looking out for the marginalized communities. There are entities like Sign Up for My, which is an NGO hub that has gone on to be the hub where everybody can donate to, and they disperse the finances. And they have found a number of organizations from different walks of life, so the marginalized community. So it's amazing. Moving forward, I think it'll be very different. This is the new normal. Not only will more people be working from home, but of course, work from home, you now have to be, now people are beginning to streamline that work from home, where I'm not going to have a meeting at 11 p.m. at night just because I'm working from home, and my boss can tell me, or whoever, my client can go like, where are you going to go at 11 p.m. at night? Maybe I want to sleep. Maybe I want to rest my brain because I've been working since 7 a.m. I won't have to have those kind of conversations because now I'm working from home. Therefore, my work hours are back to being work hours, with a little bit of leeway here and there. But so for me, I think moving forward, we are going to have a lot of new things to deal with. Yeah. More people are going to be working from home. More people are going to be working out from home. My gym, Daily Muscle, was one of the first few to jump into the home workouts, and we literally have people who are unable to come in from Klang for workouts who are now working out on the day-to-day. So, or from Sarawak and things like this, just access to gyms are so much more accessible now with the online platforms. So yes, moving forward,
but what about
there will be a
work
lot of
though? I mean,
different things.
business-wise, do you think
Yeah,
it's
well,
gonna immediately?
but let's just get to the question where will you still continue your online performances even after the MCO is lifted?
Possibly. I can't answer that question right now.
Yeah.
I actually haven't thought about that. I've been asked the question, but I haven't had the opportunity to just sit down and think it through. But for me, I think it's possible once in a while, sure. Yeah. I don't see it as a problem. I don't see it as something different. So I possibly might continue doing the live sessions. Maybe not every night, maybe not every week, but once in a while for sure. Yeah. For those, especially those who are overseas and those who are unable to come for the show, I would tailor it for them. Yes.
I think you should try to also monetize your online performance, like charge everyone a ticket fee, or like I said, just donate however much you want, to a certain account.
Yeah.
So you should charge people watching your live performance as well online.
Very sweet. Yeah.
Are you a little bit concerned about business going back to normal for you when it will be normal again?
Yes. Because we're not going to be able to, the directive at present is no public performances, right?
Yeah,
no
public gatherings.
Correct.
Until
Which
next year.
I'm like, how do I do this then? Because my performances my survival comes directly from performing to large audiences, or at least a significant number that amounts to more than just 5 or 10. So moving forward, yes, I am very worried. I know event organizers, we've been trying to come up with ways and means of figuring out how do we move forward? Do we have multiple? I know the government has said they're going to still have the carnivals and things like this, but just on smaller scales. Sure. How does that work though? Those are many mouths to feed for a carnival or even for a performance. How do we then figure out how to monetize and make sure that everyone gets paid, not just a basic, but enough to survive? We're not even asking for luxuries at this point in time. We're just asking for survival. Not asking, hoping. Yeah.
All right. Well, all the best, Elvira. Whatever.
We'll be watching the show.
Enjoy all your Instagram live shows.
Make sure you comment so I know you guys are there.
Okay. All right.